Evening to you. I'm Christine Johnson. The president talked about everything from tariffs to war to government waste in his address to Congress tonight. He spoke for more than an hour and 40 minutes, the longest ever address to a joint session of Congress. Dick Brennan listened to it all, and he's here to break down what the president said tonight. Dick.
Indeed, Christine, President Trump unloaded on Democrats as he talked of his new policies. Some Democratic congressmen had boycotted the speech while most sat quietly through it, but others spoke up and even interrupted the president.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
President Trump addressing a joint session of Congress for the first time in his second term. Mr. Trump looking to tout his achievements after just weeks in office.
I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back. Our spirit is back. Our pride is back.
But things quickly got tense and even unruly with an outburst from Democrats.
1 point jump.
And Congressman Al Green of Texas was escorted out of the chamber.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, you continue.
The president touted some of his most controversial moves as Democrats sat stone-faced.
An immediate freeze on all federal hiring, a freeze on all new federal regulations, and a freeze on all foreign aid.
And he also addressed tariffs that he just instituted against Mexico and Canada and doubled ones on China. Critics say it will promote inflation, but Trump has decided to double down on the policy.
And whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth.
Trump said he received a letter from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who indicated he's willing to work towards peace.
Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer.
The president took the time to salute his head of government efficiency, Elon Musk, and went on at length about what he claims were cuts to government waste, as Democrats waved signs that said lies and false. All the while, the president claimed he hopes to balance the federal budget.
We're going to find out where that money's going, and it's not going to be pretty.
In an emotional moment, President Trump saluted the family of NYPD Detective Jonathan Diller, who was shot and killed by a gunman in Far Rockaway last year. His wife, Stephanie, was in the gallery.
And we're going to get these cold-blooded killers and repeat offenders off our streets, and we're going to do it fast.
In light of the wildfires in California and across the country, the president saluted firefighters.
Our firemen and women are unbelievable people, and we'll never forget them. And besides that, they voted for me in record numbers, so I have no choice.
The president made a lot of claims tonight. He said he will build up the U.S. Navy, taking back the Panama Canal, and as he put it, get Greenland one way or the other. Senior administration officials told CBS News Trump was heavily involved in the writing of his speech, making his own edits. Christine.
Okay, Dick, thank you. Michigan Senator and former Congresswoman Elissa Slotkin just finished the Democratic response minutes ago. The economy was among the issues she focused on.
We just went through another fraught election season. Americans made it clear that prices are too high and that the government needs to be more responsive to their needs. America wants change, but there's a responsible way to make change and a reckless way. And we can make that change without forgetting who we are as a country and as a democracy. Look, the president talked a big game on the economy, but it's always important to read the fine print. So, do his plans actually help Americans get ahead? Not even close. President Trump is trying to deliver an unprecedented giveaway to his billionaire friends. He's on the hunt to find trillions of dollars to pass along to the wealthiest in America. And to do that, he's going to make you pay in every part of your life. Grocery and home prices are going up, not down, and he hasn't laid out a credible plan to deal with either of those.
Slotkin, who is a first-term senator, also accused the president of getting too cozy with Russian President Vladimir Putin. To watch the president's full address to Congress and the Democratic response, head to CBSNewYork.com. You can also find a fact-checking of his remarks there.